Okay, this is Jeff Walker. I'm here with Valerie Young. And Valerie Young has actually done a couple of product launches. And I'm sure you've got many more in the future.
Absolutely.
But I just want to, you did a lot of things different, and so I'd like to hear about some of them. So take us back to your couple weeks on the lake.
Well, what I like to tell people is, which is true, my company, which is me, I'm a solo entrepreneur, sent me to a lake in New Hampshire. And I went up there for 2 weeks and sat with a beautiful view, and I brought up this big crate with all these materials, and part of it was product launch formula. And I sat there with my laptop, and I listened, and I studied it, and I typed up my ideas, and I already had an idea in mind for this big certification program I wanted to launch, but I wasn't anywhere near launching it. But I got so excited by what I was learning that I ran home on the weekend, because I was about 2.5 hours away. I did some of the stuff you teach you how to do, which is brilliant, like let your customers and clients build your product for you, to find out from them what they want. Went home, did a survey, went back to the lake, finished working on it, and literally 3 weeks later, I launched.
So you went home in the middle of your 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I got so excited because I didn't have an internet connection, which is part of why I went to the lake, to just get away and not be distracted by everything else.
Okay, so this is going to be the no internet connection product launch.
Exactly. Well, okay. the learning
right,
cycle
right.
piece. Yeah.
I'll pitch it that way. So.
Okay.
But so you did the survey.
Yeah.
You went back. You got the results of the survey.
Yes.
And then you went back and worked on.
I did. Yeah, exactly. I already had an idea what I wanted to do, but I shifted some things around. I added more what they wanted. They wanted more emphasis on marketing. How do you market the business I was teaching them how to set up.
Yeah.
So I added more of that. I used their stories. I used their language. I had these great examples that I got to then integrate into the whole formula, which really is a formula, which is the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to say it's mindless, but it's like you just go do what Jeff said and keep going back to the basics and just do it, and it works.
Huh. And so then, how long after you were at the lake in the cabin did you launch?
3 weeks, I think.
Okay, so three weeks later, and yesterday you told me what you expected to do.
In my mind, I was hoping for 6 people. I was charging about $3,000, just under $3,000, and I was hoping for 6 people, and I was going to be very happy with an $18,000 teleclass series, basically.
Right.
And I got 24 people, so it ended up being more like a $72,000.
Okay.
And I made, and half of that came in literally the first day.
Really?
So how happy was I?
Yeah, that must have been a fun day.
Oh my God, it was an incredible day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So then you did in our discussions, something just completely brilliant, and you took that. So this was teaching people how to become career coaches.
Right, like outside,
roughly.
yeah.
Outside the box.
Alternative, outside the box career coaches, right? Okay. Sitting at home on their phone, helping people figure out how to.
And before I forget, could you tell us a URL for?
It's changingcourse.com.
Changingcourse.com.
People want to quit their job and work at what they love.
Okay. So, and then and then you came back, I don't know, several months later, and you did another launch.
Yes. So my first launch was in September '06. And then, over the past few years, I've been slowly building this product called Fast Track with many pieces to it because I wanted a higher price product. But what I did was I added in the idea that these folks that I just trained would be part of Fast Track, and part of what I was offering people was this opportunity to get their questions answered by these trained consultants. So it all really kind of fed together. Mm-hmm. So I did my second launch. I started in December, the pre-launch, and then launched in January. And that was very successful, and that was about a $56,000 launch.
Okay.
But there'll be more coming from that.
And that helped. That's $56,000 plus you put people into a monthly thing.
Right, which is the idea that I also got from you, which was to do this continuity, this member program.
Yep.
So then all this income's going to start coming in on a monthly basis because they're part of the member program. So I'm figuring another, at least, I haven't relaunched. This is just the first launch. Probably another $48,000 with that.
Wow. And so I hear a relaunch in the offing. You've already done 2.
Yeah.
And so you're bought into the old theory of the product launch. This is one thing I noticed. It's like once people do even the first launch, every single person that I talk to in one of these is already talking about the next launch. And I mean, it seems like it changes the way people perceive their marketing. I mean,
oh, absolutely, totally. And you know, it was eerie, especially the first launch. It was eerie because it was like everything you said that was going to happen happened. You know, I'm getting these breathless emails. I'm sitting at my desk. What time are you going to let people register? You know, I don't want to miss it. And I type back, breathe, calm down. And it was just incredibly exciting. So, I mean, I have more ideas than I'll ever have time in a lifetime to implement. But, oh, yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of product launches.
Yeah, I mean, they tend to be fun. I mean, it's a lot of work.
It is.
It can be a lot of work depending on the exact what goes, you know, what you're doing. But it all also can be very fun and exciting. But also it's fun for the people on your list, right? Even the people that don't buy. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but let me rephrase that. You have like a newsletter that you publish, I think every couple weeks.
Every other week, yeah. It's a free newsletter.
And you've been publishing that for a long time. You publish good stuff, and people expect good stuff from you. So you have this ongoing relationship with them. And some people think when you do one of these launches, you're gonna damage that relationship. And did you experience that?
Well, no, because I did use the vehicle I had already, which is a bi-monthly newsletter. But I also did the things you said to do, so you don't damage relationships. I mean, I got people to raise their hand to say, yes, I specifically want to know about this new product that you're launching, and please let me know before you let anybody else know. So they were telling me, I want to know about this, so I'm not bothering them in any way. And then they feel like they're also, you know, I'm part of the priority privilege list of folks who are going to find out first, and they're going to get first crack at it.
Yeah. Now, some people think that the product launch formula is just for products about getting rich quick, and you've heard me talk about this before, or they're for, you know, some huge internet gurus. And I mean, your product is basically is teaching people how to change their careers, but it isn't about getting rich quick at all. I mean, it's the opposite.
Well, that's one reason I liked you. I hadn't met you, but I liked you personally just listening to your CDs, because at one point you talked about get rich slow, which I'm a big advocate of. You know, it's about building relationships and not just, you know, just quick hits, but how do you build a sustainable business? I mean, the first one, when you think about it, was a service. It really wasn't a product. It was a certification program.
Yeah.
And the next one was a product. But you know what? I'm excited for myself personally because I'm seeing dollar signs, and I know what this can do for me. But you know, it really excites me in terms of people who want to change course and who want to turn what they love to do into some kind of product, whether it's an information product or a service. And you know, I'm just like an evangelist now because I want them to get, you can really take what you love to do and figure out a way to make money and use this formula. I think it's brilliant, and you're changing lives, and that really excites me.
Well, thank you. I mean, it excites me. I mean, you know, making a lot of money is great. I love that. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, if you're not in it, I don't know. I think if being in it to change lives is what gives you the juice to keep on going and creating and recreating and making it better and better. So, yeah. You know, basically, you with your first launch, you really created the product after you did the launch. So you were at the lake, you went off, did your survey, you got the feedback, you came back, you created sort of the process of the launch. That helped you also outline the product. You know, this was pulling on years of experience that you have, so it's not like you just came up with out of thin air. But then you went back, you did $72,000, and then you created your product because the product was a bunch of phone calls, you know, teleseminars and stuff.
And the survey helped me market it because now I knew what they wanted in their own words, and I could use their own words to tell them, I know what you want, this is what you're going to get. And then I adjusted the certification program to make sure what they wanted was clearly in there. I mean, it was just a beautiful combination.
Yeah. Well, great. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on not one but two very cool launches. For the folks listening, go to Changing Course, and there's great stuff there, and congratulations on not only doing a couple of great launches, but you're changing lives.
Well, you know, I want to thank you because you're changing lives, and I love that. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much.